The debate over health care reform is heating up once again, and while President Obama set out to gather bipartisan support for the bill, some are indicating that may no longer be part of the game plan. Senator Kent Conrad's been one of the key players when it comes to finding middle ground on the issue. He's also a member of the Senate Finance Committee. He joins me now from Capitol Hill. Senator Conrad, welcome to Bloomberg News.
Good to be with you.
Senator, about an hour ago, the president was speaking in the Rose Garden. He promised to hold the House and Senate to that August deadline for acting on health care legislation. And he said that a failure to do so would threaten the financial stability of families, businesses, and the government. I was wondering if I might get your reaction to the president's comments.
Well, of course, the president is entirely right in that we're on an utterly unsustainable course as a country. One in every $6 in this economy now going to health care. On the current trend line, we're headed for one in every $3 in this economy going for health care. If that were actually to come to pass, it'd be devastating for families, for businesses, and for the government itself. So we cannot stay on this current course.
Senator Conrad, the House Democrats, as you know, say that they plan to fund health care expansion by taxing the wealthiest Americans. Do you support that plan?
The Senate Finance Committee will have a different funding mechanism, one that is more broadly spread. We will not focus just on those who are in the highest income categories. We'll be asking everybody in a bid for shared responsibility to contribute to helping solve what is really a national challenge.
Senator, when you say shared responsibility, can you be a little bit more specific? What exactly might you be asking Americans to do?
Look, we're going to be asking for savings out of health care programs. We're going to be asking for additional revenue from certain areas. We're going to be asking the pharmaceutical industry. We're going to be asking hospitals. We're going to be asking nursing homes. We're going to be asking every element of health care to contribute, given the fact they are going to get a lot of additional new business with 40 million new entrants. We're going to be asking those who are the most privileged in our society to contribute, but we're going to be asking across the board for shared responsibility.
Senator Conrad, as you know, the Senate Health Committee approved legislation to overhaul the health care system today. It was the first congressional panel to do it. That measure would set a 12-year period of exclusivity for biologic drugs, which will be merged with a bill that your committee, the Finance Committee, is now struggling to compete. Can you find common ground in both of those proposals?
You know, I think we can find common ground. Look, on the question of biologics, many see 12 years as perhaps overly generous. But at the end of the day, the Health Committee has a bill, Finance Committee has a bill. We have to harmonize the two before we go to the floor, and I'm confident we can do that.
Senator, is this really, truly going to be a bipartisan effort? Because right now it seems like party lines are being drawn and a lot of people getting the sense that this is being politicked to death. Can both sides of the aisle come together and try to get something done? And can you do it within the president's time frame?
Well, you're asking several different questions there. First, on the question of bipartisanship, the Finance Committee effort has been totally and completely bipartisan for well over a year. Hundreds and hundreds of hours of meetings in which Republicans and Democrats have fully participated. I think it is important that it be done that way. With respect to the timeline, you know, that's a very challenging timeline, especially given the fact we have a Supreme Court nomination to fit in, and we also have this need to harmonize the bill out of two different committees. But
right.
Look, if we have to delay the August recess in order to get this done right, I would favor that.
Right.
The most important thing is not some artificial deadline. The most important thing is that we get this right for the American people.
Senator Conrad, we're going to have to leave it there. Kent Conrad, Democrat from North Dakota, member of the Finance Committee, joining us.